What is up? It is your boy Omega SMG coming at you with a new video. Um, so if you can read, it says Drake Dance Hall up here. So I'm going for this beat. I want like a darker, really kind of saddish type song. So I went ahead and I started out with this Nexus string patch. I'll take off all the effects real fast. I haven't heard this song in stereo yet, actually. I just got done mixing the entire thing in mono. So started off with this plain Jane Nexus string patch. And then this is what it sounded like vanilla. So it has like really sad sound. It's going downward the whole time, but it has nice rhythm in that bass line. The dun 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 dun. It has a bit more of a bounce than Four on the Floor, which, speaking of Four on the Floor, my kick for the song is Four on the Floor. So let's go ahead and go over the mixing. Took off this reverb and Nexus because Nexus reverb is really ugly in my opinion. Then added Decimort, and it made it a lot more like the pad sound that you find in Marvin's Room, just really moody and really light. Also, I found a way to make Decimort bigger. It's the GUI button. Absolutely amazing. But anyways, then I add an EQ that pops in and out. It's low cut to just cut out the mud. And then I added reverb to it. This is my LX480. This is just a stock patch, but without pre-delay. Yeah, because I'm original. Anyways, then after that, I'm just like, okay, I need my snare and my kick. I'm gonna go over these at the exact same time because these are pretty much woven into each other for dancehall. Four on the floor kick, and that pattern for the snare. I'm gonna take off all my effects. I already have all my effects off for it, but I still have it going into reverb, so what it sounds like. And just like, okay, that's like that stick sounds pretty sick, right? Well, I want to make some changes to it. So first thing I did is I didn't think it had enough of a Drake-ish sound, so I made it sound more. Originally, I was gonna put a instance of Pro Q on it and just get a really tight bell and make it like a Marvin's Room type snare. However, I didn't think that fit the vibe, so I added Decapitator and I just broke the sound. Hold up, drive all the way, and nothing else. And then once I did that, it came out with a really, really flat. Had some white noise added to it though. Had a lot of energy with it. Then after that, Decimort. Cut out that low end, and then with the downsampling, it brings out the white noise that is brought in by Decapitator. And then Guitar Rig. I just use this for the Transient Master. Turn up that attack. And it's nice and punchy. And the kick, I did no mixing on it. Also, I sent my snare to the reverb track. And this is what it sounds like with all that. It sounds better with less reverb. Then added some hi-hats. And those in. Oh, also, this is what it sounds like with the strings in context. And with the hi-hats, pretty much what I did with the hi-hats is I just wanted them to fill. This is before I had any of the extra stuff. I just wanted it to fill in that space where there was no kick or snare. It just acted as filler. They're kind of crazy, but No, they have a bounce to them. This is what it sounds like in context. And some of the more intellectual of you may be saying, Omega SMG, that isn't quite done yet with the drums, and I'd say you're right. Add that open hi-hat, a very live sounding open hi-hat, once again from X Drums, Busy Works Beats. Thank you for going on Reddit for me. Just on the twos, then pretty sure this is it. Okay, I'll go over. I did also for the hi-hats. This is what I did for them. Cut out the low end, boosted the high end, then added a captator to it to make it sound more powerful. Then sent it to a reverb. And with this open hat, maxed out, like not maxed out to captator. I turned the captator quite a bit, turned it all the way on bright so it would have that high end, cut out the low end, and then I used Decimor, which for open hi-hats, Decimor will completely change it. Like, I want to default to that. Nice. This is what it sounds like. It completely changes it. Very, very powerful. Then I add reverb. Then go to bongo. What is a dancehall song without bongos? It is nothing. I added the captator to it because it made it pop better. Because when it's dry, it sounds really boring. Then add the captator. Adds more frequency than Pro Q. Just cuts out that mud, and then Decimor makes it sound more Drake-ish. Then we can ka-chow our way into our next area of the song, where we have some steel drums. This is where it becomes more of a Drake style song instead of someone else. You know, I use Omnisphere. I just looked up steel and then I saw this. I'm just like, perfect. So I grab it and just like had a low end sound that I really didn't like. So went ahead. Oh wait, what do I have? Oh, I'll go over sound later. So I'm just like, man, this sounds whack. So through bypass on it to get rid of all that noise I didn't want. Then Decapitator. Then Decimor. Make it sound a lot more lo-fi. Then I'll go and just run through the mixing right now. This is what it sounds like. Okay, so let's go and go over what I have going on in my right here. So I have a lot of stuff going on music theory wise. So this is actually just a really slowly arpeggiated chord with a bounce note in there. This is technically this would be in A minor 7th, I think. Yeah, A minor 7th because of that. And then this isn't an arpeggiated thing. However, I just took this D and then got the 7th of it. But pretty much all these notes have reason to them. I'm just really tired and can't seem to think of them. But lots of bounce to it. It has very sounds very Drake-ish because like even with Drake's sad songs, he has a lot of energy and bounce to him. Speaking of energy, where's my bass? So I made a video on how to make this sound. I'm not gonna go over it. Stoked though. Same pattern as what I have in here. This is what it sounds like. really dark. And that is what it sounds like in context of the entire song. And just like, there's something missing. Could it possibly be a vocal to fill in that high end? The answer is no, I don't have a vocalist here, so I added a piano. The piano is pretty basic. This is a mixing Decimort, decapitator, and then the compressor to just overcompress every living crap out of it. And this is what it sounds like. I wrote that top line melody and like this entire thing with the overcompression simply because while I was writing it, I was thinking of the part in Shrek 2 where Shrek opens up Fiona's diary, and it reminds me of that song. Okay, but then throw it in context, and you have a lot more energy to your track. Your frequencies are a lot more filled because of all of the Decimort on everything. Not only does it still leave room for an artist like Drake where his vocals are all very, very high passed, but it also builds up more tension because more layers and different stuff going on. Because what I have going on the piano is I have the exact same chords, but all of them are inverted. I have more octaves of the bass. What it sounds like in context. Very subtle, but noticeable. Then add a harp in there, but cut out the sub bass, and this is the harp. You know, nice and slow. Then for the harp, this is dry, but then I added guitar rig, no transient master. I use the screamer. I like using it on R&B tracks. And Decimort, in case you guys don't know how to read, this is what it sounded like. Makes it sound really spacey, kind of like an electric guitar. And then this is what it sounded like in context. Y'all better have enjoyed that video. It took me like 30 minutes to write this song. Gang, Omega SMG, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Make sure you leave a comment. Go ahead and give a shout out to my boy Amuse of Oxasano Records or something like that for copywriting one of my videos. I really appreciate it, bro. This has been your boy Omega SMG signing off.